Hey cuties, what's going on? I'm Dans. This is my channel, That Good Tarot. If you've made your way to this reading, I do believe there is a message in here for you. However, if you don't resonate with this reading, that's cool, that's chill. Go check out my channel. There are so many other readings there, and I'm sure you'll find something that fits you. I wasn't actually going to do a reading right now. I'm actually getting ready for work, and I don't really have time to be doing a reading right now, but I feel so called. I feel this really torn feeling inside, and I feel like a lot of this collective at this time is kind of hung up on past energies. I've never felt so called to do a reading. I've got downloads waiting to be filmed, readings ready to be channeled, but this one just needed to come out. First and foremost, I do feel like the collective, or at least some of you from the collective, are feeling very traumatized, stuck on past people, past places, past incidents that happened that were really, really hurtful, people that you love treating you in ways that you did not expect them to ever treat you. And I first want to give validation to these feelings if you're having them, and to affirm to you that just because you're still lingering on these instances, on these confrontations, on these people, doesn't mean that you aren't letting go. Just means that there is still suppressed emotion that you didn't allow yourself to initially feel and to process, and that is still being processed. And sometimes it takes a really long time to do that. Sometimes it takes a long time to move through those emotions. So that's okay. You are processing everything perfectly. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that there is some kind of energetic attachment on your side, that it's not necessarily that a part of you won't let go. If you are going through the process of having these emotions come up to the surface, that is the process of letting go. That is the process of healing. It's not supposed to be pretty. The process of healing, the process of letting go, is letting these emotions be fully felt, but something wants to come through here today. So let's get into the tarot cards. Universe, please, insight and information. What comfort, what insight can you give to these beautiful souls of the Good Collective? What do they need to know as they're navigating this process? We have the Five of Cups, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Death card, and we have the King of Pentacles. I do see a separation here. I do see that you have had to let go of so many people, so many places, so many different things in order to realize a version of yourself that just isn't hurting. That isn't... I think that for a lot of you, there was a long time where there was a state of sadness, maybe even depression that you were in, that went for so long that it was almost like you were so used to it because you just lived in it. But you really had your guides, your higher self, you locked into some kind of intuition here with that Queen of Pentacles energy, where you had to take care of yourself. You started prioritizing yourself. There was a situation, it could have to have done with a home situation or an ongoing long-term relationship, where you were with someone or a certain circle, and it was like the foundation of your life. Like everything was woven around this person, these people, and to an extent your identity was also kind of set in stone with the way that it was grounded around this person, these people, this environment. And you've had to do the really, really hard thing of you've had to leave that and venture out on your own, build something on your own. There was a death here. It is going to bring you, and probably has brought you, so much more abundance, so much more stability. And I see that stability happening financially. I see that stability happening psychologically. I see that stability happening for you emotionally, in terms of your abundance, in terms of you locking into your intuition. I really see so many things, good things going on towards here. Everything that you've done with this movement away from this circle has been just the best possible thing for you. Let's get into your healing process. Let's get into these other energies. Universe, please, insight and information into specifically your energy, the collective energy. What insight needs to be had here? I'm going to take that one, but I'm not going to take all of them because that's just too many. I'm We've got the moon card coming up. There has been a lot of inner work, inner child work, shadow work going on here. There is still more to do. There is a lot more insight to happen here. I'm getting the whole idea of two wolves, the one that you feed and the one that you don't. But there does seem to be these two aspects of you that are still at war. The part of you that knows better and knows that where you're going and where you are heading toward to is so much better and healthier for you. And then the part of you that was so conditioned from the places that you've been before that is still kind of like stuck and still in the patterns of like gaslighting yourself into diminishing your value, diminishing your power, diminishing your intelligence. Like there is part of you that is so in the practice of devaluing yourself that there's the part of you that wants to look out for you and do everything that's best for you, and the part of you that is so conditioned to devalue yourself, and those parts of you are still kind of at war a little bit, where we have the moon card here with that shadow work. I see that even though you might not be expressing this to people, like you might have a few close friends that you talk to about this, but I get for the most part, this is a very silent struggle that you're dealing with. Universe, please, more insight and information. What wisdom do you have to help guide this beautiful collective as they move through this? Thank you. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Five of Swords. Everything that you are doing with this pathway is right. And you are being and will continue to be blessed by so many insights, information, synchronicities from the universe. There is so much pride in how you have stepped up and become the protector of yourself, the protector of your soul, the protector of your spirit, the protector of your body, the protector of your environment. But this is not a linear process, this healing process, you coming out of a place where, yes, you may be physically protected now. Yes, you may be asserting your boundaries. Yes, you may be doing all of the things in the material world to protect you, but there is still part of you inside that is kind of having to play catch up because you have moved so significantly and so quickly into a different world. It almost feels as if your new reality where you are protected, it's still new compared to the months, maybe years that you spent in a different reality, being not protected, having zero boundaries, zero autonomy, having people devaluing you, and treating you less than you deserve. But at the time, you may have felt like that is the level of love or care that you did deserve. So part of you is still making excuses. Even though you can logic your way out of that, there is still part of you, the non-logical part of yourself that is so conditioned and used to that environment. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but this is the message that's coming through. It's coming through really, really strongly. So yes, the inner work is not as linear as it is to go no contact or stop talking to this person, move to this place, start a new job. It's not as easy as that when it comes to the inner work. So a lot of patience and a lot of forgiveness is needed at this time as you start to navigate that. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap into some of the other energies that seem to be kind of around you. I have the feeling that for some of you, you're having some flashbacks where you're processing some certain things. Maybe at the time you felt like you were weak. At the time you felt like people around you made you feel less than. People made you feel like you weren't up to the job. People made you feel like you were deficient in some way. And what you are realizing now that the whole time was maybe manipulation. You can now see the depth of their manipulation, the depth of their disrespect for your boundaries every time you tried to assert your boundaries. All right, we have two cards here. We have the Star and we have the Queen of Cups. Your outward persona is still so loving, still so caring. Any more information from these cards? Thank you. Okay. We have the King of Swords, we have the King of Wands. So it could have been an air sign and a fire sign. Or a fire sign, or both of those kinds of placements if there were. I'm just tapping into two different energies here. So there are these two different energies that seem to want to have authority over you. The Star, the Queen of Cups, the the joy, the radiance, the emotion that you had. These two people or one person on two aspects or different circles. Like, I'm just tapping into two energies. So maybe they both relate to you. Maybe only one relates to you. It really seems that these energies, again, could be separate energies, could be the one energy, could be a circle, could be a family, could be a workplace, but really wanted to dominate over two very important aspects of you. The aspect of you that was very emotionally sensitive and emotionally mature, emotionally tuned, and the aspect of you that was an incredible light and was very radiant, very magnetic. So those were the two parts that these energies, these kings here, wanted to dominate over you. Like I said, they could be a fire sign, they could be an air sign. We're going to dig into both energies. Universe, please insight and information into the King of Swords energy. What do we need to know about this King of Swords energy? This is someone who feels very high and mighty, very, I'm getting a bit of a superiority complex when I touch into their energy. They don't want to acknowledge your status. They don't want to acknowledge your power. They don't want to acknowledge your magnetism. This is someone who will use words as weapons against you. This is someone that you gave to. This is someone that you had incredible love for. Someone who also potentially did a lot of love bombing on you, but for the most part actually was on the receiving end of a lot of your love, a lot of your care. You really did. In terms of the connection that you had with this person, anything that you had, you gave to them. That was emotionally, that was abundance, that was opportunities. You really seemed to give to this person. What happened here in this connection, please? Everything here at the start like looks very beautiful, but of course I can feel your energy is quite torn when it comes to this energy. Okay. Things started to get really, really I want to say like fake, but things started to get really tense in this dynamic when you started to shine your light, when you started to move forward with your journey, when you started to making choices that prioritize yourself. That's when this dynamic really fell apart. Any more insight information into this energy, please? They really do turn away from you when you're giving. They want to act like everything they got on their own. They don't want to give you credit for everything that you've done. They resent the fact that they would need to speak your name if ever anyone asked them how they got what they got. Because they like to think of themselves as self-made. Their blessings have been few and far between since you have walked away from them. So many of the blessings in their life came from you because you were a blessing in their life, but few and far between. I see them financially going through some hurt. I see that they have not had many jumps in their career since you have exited stage left. Let's have a look at this King of Wands energy. Universe, please insight and information into this King of Wands energy. Thank you. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. They are someone who is burying themselves in work, trying not to think about how good it was when you were around. It's so interesting tapping into these energies. This is someone who might be able to see you shine so bright, see you and think you are so beautiful. Someone who thinks that you are looking really beautiful. Yeah, okay. Burying themselves in work, trying to play catch up is what I'm hearing. But someone who is constantly pessimistic in every communication that they have, I really do see that being a block in all aspects of their life, where they are bringing really, really negative energy into every conversation that they have. They may be someone who's quite antagonistic. They could be someone who complains a lot. From both of these energies, I'm not actually feeling really heavy anger or malice towards you, which is great, which is awesome, because the last thing that you need while you are on your healing journey is energy pointed towards you that is angry. Let me just tap into the energy that is being sent towards you. Universe, please, on that first energy, insight information, what is the energy being sent towards a collective? Okay. We have the Ace of Wands. And on the other side, universe, please, insight information. We have the Chariot. Okay. It feels like both energies want to create abundant lives for themselves moving forward. It really does seem like they are having to kind of start again and figure this all out for themselves. I feel like there is a missing and there is a loss here, because there is a realization on some very subconscious level that you were the driving force behind motivation. You were the driving force behind ambition. You were that person who was kind of doing the most that made them want to do more. But their egos, for the most part, really, really got in the way. And that had a massive negative effect on you, because they didn't know how to deal with seeing you succeed. They didn't know how to deal with your light. Now, without your light there, they can move a little bit easier, in that they can, like, they have no, what's the word I'm looking for? They have nothing left to do but to work on themselves. Because tearing you down was how they worked on themselves. They felt busy. So you moving yourself away, in a way, it was a gift first and foremost to yourself, but it was also a gift to them, because they had no one to pull down anymore. And as they navigate this, they are realizing how much work it takes to do it on your own. And they're trying. What I am relieved to see, like, I know, like, we love a good, like, tea channel where everyone's, you know, tearing each other down and being like, yeah, they're missing you and they're regretting you. And I do feel that they are getting this sense of like, oh, I'm on my own. They're trying to move forward and they're trying to create what is the best for themselves. And that is honestly the most that we can ask for. And even more so, I'm not getting a lot of negative energy pointed towards you. So reaffirms the fact that if you are feeling like part of you still needs to contextualize the things that were going on in your past, the really, really traumatic things that were going on with these energies, it's not so much coming from them. They are, if anything, missing and regretting how they treated you, but are not wishing bad on you. They They want to see you succeed. They think that you deserve to. They think that you deserve to be happy. And the more that they do work on themselves, the more they're realizing how valuable you were to them. Now, that doesn't change anything. That doesn't change anything for you. But I'm here to validate that it is okay and normal and fine for you to still be processing the trauma that happened in these relationships. Even if you do know that sometimes it's a comforting thing to think that people are still angry at you and are still talking ish about you. I don't think that they are. I think that they've stopped. But still take your time processing what has happened, what's going on for you. This must be a really, really specific reading. I'm not expecting it to do well either. I know that everyone likes those readings that are a bit more like, they think you're this, they think you're that, you prove them wrong. You did prove them wrong, but they're not angry about that. They've had their time contemplating that. They're realizing now as they navigate everything how much you did on your own. They see you clearer now. They see their actions clearer now. They wish the best for you. We have, darling, don't you remember you're a badass? Keep winging it. The fairy, blessings flow, magical energy. And 11, be patient, it will come. The sun, manifestation, power. 11. Synchronicities are coming towards you. I really feel like this message more than anything was just to let you know that your healing is okay, that what you're feeling is just you needing to process the unresolved emotions and the unfelt energy that you suppressed when all of these bad things were happening to you. And that's normal and that's fine. And it's not because people are sending energy towards you. If anything, there are more energies out there that realize how lovely you were and how hard you work and honestly want the best for you. So I hope that whoever this was meant for, that it brought you what you needed to bring on this day. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next reading.